channel. It's me, Jaren Hobson. You can follow me right here on Instagram. And then this is our YouTube channel. Well, this is me, my girlfriend's YouTube channel. Okay, so first and foremost, once again, if you seen our last video, you will know that we hit 1,000 subscribers, y'all. And once again, I just want to let y'all know how appreciative and how thankful I am that y'all helped us get to 1,000. Because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate every last and one of y'all. And let's just keep growing and let's keep doing bigger and better things all 2021. Okay, so today, y'all, let me get a little comfortable. As y'all can tell, I'm in my new apartment. I'm sorry if it's the echo or you hear my voice in the back, but I'm currently in my living room / iron room area, and we don't have no furniture right now. I guess because of like the stimmy, taxes, and COVID, like everybody buying up all the furniture, so we haven't been able to get a table or a couch because everything that we want is out of stock. So surely but slowly, we're getting everything together. As you can see, we got this lovely picture, and we painted this wall, y'all. So welcome to our new home. We will be doing what they call it, a house tour when everything is well put together. But as of right now, it's a secret. And I might come on and off, or you might see me look off to the left and right. I have my puppy here. Come here, Charles. Come here. Come here, Charles. He acting hard-headed. Come here. Come here, boo-boo. Come here. This is our puppy. This is Charles, everybody. Like I said, if you seen the last video, you know we just got a new puppy. He is a miniature schnauzer, and he is pepper and white coat or silver and black coat. And he's a miniature schnauzer. And as you can see, he's crazy. Look at him, he's trying to bite my hair. But this is our puppy. This is Sir Charles, and Sir for short, and I call him Charles. So you might see me go like this or like this. I'm looking up for the dog because he's only like 2 months old and he's crazy. And right now he's looking at me. But anyways, let's get straight to it. So this is a story time about how my roommate / we'll just say ex got hit in the face with a brick. Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. So back in the day, like I think I was like 18, 19, I used to work at Marshall's. So I had just got off my job at Marshall's, and I was coming home to my apartment. Me, my sister, my roommate / ex, and my sister's boyfriend, and then my sister's boyfriend friend. I know, it's a lot of people. We used to all live together. So it was 5 people in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. And me and my roommate / ex would be together, and then my sister and her boo be together, and then they homeboy, he would sleep on the couch. So I come home from work at Marshall's, and I'm in the house chilling. I'm the only person there. I know I'm supposed to be the only person there because everybody at work, except for my roommate / ex. Of course, I had a bummy one, you know what I mean? So, oh my gosh. So anyways, what ended up happening was I remember I was in the bathroom. I used to wear makeup like every day, y'all. So I think I was in the bathroom touching on makeup, and my roommate / ex, we gonna give him a name. What's the name I can remember? We'll call him Marcus. Hopefully I remember that, Marcus. Okay, so I'm in the bathroom, I'm touching on makeup. I hear boom, 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 boom. Somebody is like beating on the door. Like when I say beating on the door, it's kind of like the police. Like people like you the police. Like he was beating the door so hard, it sounded like the police was at the door. And I'm at home by myself. So I'm a little scared, I'm like anxious. I'm like, who is that at the door? Like I was like, I'm the only person supposed to be home right now. I was like, it can only be, no other than Marcus. I said, let me go see. So we used to live like, I don't know if y'all know, but we used to have stairs. You have to go up the stairs, and when you go up the stairs, you go into the apartment. So I was upstairs, and the front door was downstairs. So I go downstairs, and I open the door real slow, because I didn't know who it was. And I was just like, who the fuck is this? And they didn't respond. So I opened the door, it's this dude. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And he kind of like really brushed past me real fast and ran up the stairs. And I was like, what's going on? Are you okay? And he's holding himself like this, y'all. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, not only are you beating on the door, but you done brushed past me, and you done flew up the stairs, and you're not saying what's wrong. So like, I'm kind of like paranoid. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was already scared because the way he's beating the door. Now I'm real scared because how you done came in here. So he ran up the stairs. I ran up the stairs after him. I'm like, are you okay? You okay? He said, they didn't hit me in the face with a brick. They didn't hit me in the face with a brick. You know, the N-word. He like, these dudes didn't hit me in the face with a brick. They didn't hit me in the face with a brick. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And the whole time he's like I'm facing him, but he's like backwards to me. So all I can see is back. And he's still doing this because he's bleeding. And I can see all his shirt. And I'm just like, when he walked past me, I can see all his shirt. Trying to make sure I get the story to the T. So, so he turned around, like, they hit me in the face. So I'm like, well, let me see. He turned around, and he was still like this. Let me see. Because I'm trying to see like how hurt he is. So he turned around, and he take his hands down. And I just bust up laughing, y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all like me, but I'm goofy. Like, I take stuff seriously, but it takes a while for me to be mature and react appropriately to a situation. And this situation was just like, this moment, it was just funny to me. I don't know why, but he took his hands down like this and showed me, and I just busted up laughing. And I was like, what happened? But I was like, I could not stop. Like, you know, like when you try not to laugh, you get the smirk on your face. Like, I couldn't help myself. And he was like, it's not funny. These niggas hit me in the face with a brick. And the part that made it funny was his nose was over here, y'all. It looked like a cartoon. Like, you ever seen somebody in a cartoon get hit with something like a bat, or maybe like a door or something, and like the cartoons could make their nose or their face go to this side. I don't know, it was just funny to me. I thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry, I know better now, but at that time and moment, it was hilarious. His nose was like, see how my nose is? His nose was over here. It's like they broke this part and it just moved over there. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, you want me to call 911? He was like, no, call your sister. And I was like, my sister? What you want me to call my sister for? You know, my sister's not the ambulance. She can't help you. She can't make this go back to this, you know what I mean? So I was like, what? He said, no, call your sister. And then she said, call my sister boyfriend. So we're gonna name him Chad. Remember his name, Chad. Cause I be watching other people's story times and they be giving like people names that ain't they names. But I'm really bad at names. So I'm trying to remember. But he was like, call Chad. Now, we all know that one dude that don't play none of this. Like, that one dude that take everything serious, and that's Chad. So when he was like, call Chad, I was like, it's finna be a problem. Cause Chad ain't finna say, let's go to the ER. Chad's about that life. So I was like, you sure you want me to call Chad? Like, you sure you don't want me to call the ambulance? I'll call the ambulance. Cause at the time I didn't have a car. So I was like, I call the ambulance. He's like, no, call your sister. And he's like, call Chad. So I was like, okay. So I called my sister. My sister was at work. She's like, oh my gosh. She was like, I'm on my way right now. Charles, go potty. Go potty on that mat. Go potty. Over there, potty. Okay. So I called my sister. My sister was at work. And why you up the stairs? My dog just went up the stairs. Why are you up the stairs? So I called my sister. My sister at work. My sister like, what's happened? What happened? I was like, Marcus got hit in the face with a brick. He bleeding. His nose off to the side. He told me to call you. Come home now. My sister said, okay, I'm on my way. So my sister left the job. She was on the way. I'm in the house. I'm with Marcus. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like, first of all, how mad do you have to make a person in order for them to hit you in the face with a brick? Like, Like, you gotta be like super mad. Like, mad 1 to 10, 10 the maddest, you gotta be at least 1,000. For a brick, like that's a weapon to me. So I was just like, I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out like what's going on. And he's really not telling me what happened. He's just saying that the dude came up to him, was trying to fight him, and hit him in the face with a brick. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, taking his word for it or whatever. So my sister called me, she's outside, and she was like, come on. So we go outside. At this point, he got a towel and some ice, and he's like kind of tilting his head back because his nose was bleeding, and you know, there's blood all in the towel. My dog just peed. I'll get into him later. Okay, so at this point, it's blood on the towel. He got ice. His nose is still swollen and off to the left. And we outside finna get in the car with my sister. So as we finna get in the car with my sister, her boyfriend Chase pull up. And Chase got a white Crown Vic. He pull up basing. Boom, boom, flying down the street like ready. I was like, oh, here we go, here we go. So Chase pull up in his Crown Vic. He said, get in the car. We finna go get, what should I name him? We finna go get, what we gonna name his friend? We finna go get, I'm gonna say Clifford. Cause I was gonna call him by his real name, cause like, I ain't worried about that dude. But I was just like, no, let me just, since I'm being nice in disguise on everybody else, I'll be nice and disguise him too. So he was like, get in the car, we finna go get Clifford. And I was like, but you know, his nose bleeding is off to the side. I was like, we should go to the hospital. And he was like, no, we finna go to Clifford house and we finna go find these dudes. And I was like, oh my gosh, but I'm coming. I don't care what you say, like, I was here for the action and the drama, y'all. Like, I was really concerned about Marcus, but I was just like, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, I was excited. So we all get in the Crown Vic, and Clifford used to live like 2 blocks from us. So we go to Clifford house, Clifford not answering the phone, and Clifford not home. So he was like, dang. And Clifford is kind of like Chase. He from Mississippi. I don't know if y'all know anybody from Mississippi. No offense to anybody that's from Mississippi that's watching this, but y'all know. If you know, you know. People from Mississippi, they throw. And Clifford was like the throatest. That ain't a word, because that's how throat he was. So when I knew we was gonna go get Clifford, I knew it was about that action. And I already knew it was a problem because we already had Chase. Now we're gonna get Clifford. Like, it was just gonna be like a whole problem. So we went to Clifford house and talked Clifford. Clifford wasn't answering. That night he was with his baby mama. So that's why we couldn't find him. So we went back to the scene, y'all. So the place where Marcus got hit in the face with a brick, it was called, should I call, I just, fuck it, I don't give a damn. What these niggas gonna do, beat me up? We went to the place of the scene. I don't know, if y'all from Dallas, if you ever heard of a place called the Fountains, it's very ghetto. Very, very, very ghetto. Like, it's ghetto. Like, that's the only thing I don't want to describe it too much because I don't want to offend nobody, but it's ghetto. So that's where Marcus was hanging out at, and that's where he got hit in the face with a brick. So we leave Clifford house and we go towards the Fountains. That's where it's at. It's the apartments complex, and we riding around and we looking for the dude. And we can't find a dude. And it's so funny because Chase is driving the white Crown Vic, and anytime he sees somebody walking, he asks about this dude. Like, I don't know I'm gonna call him Eric, but I don't remember what his name was, but we was looking for an Eric. And every time he saw somebody, he's like, oh, you seen a dude named Eric? He was here earlier, because apparently Eric lived in those apartments. And we couldn't find him for nothing. Like, we just ride around, and these are some big apartments. Like, I don't know if y'all ever been to like an apartment complex that's huge, but it's like a huge apartment complex. And we couldn't find him for nothing. And like, we were stopping people and asking people if they seen Eric or if they knew what he looked like. Like, we finished the description. The whole time, me and Marcus in the back seat. Marcus still holding his nose in the towel, still bleeding everywhere. And we out here looking for Eric. And I'm just like, bro, and you know me, I'm like the mother of the group. I don't care what nobody say, friendship, family, co-worker. I feel like I'm always like the person that's concerned. And I was very concerned in that moment, because I was like, I don't know nothing about medical, but I was like, I feel like he's losing a lot of blood. And then his nose was right here earlier, now it's over here. Like, we should probably give him some help. So like every blue moon, I would tell Chase, I'd be like, let's go to the hospital. I'd be like, you wanna go to the hospital? Like the hospital up the street. Like I just kept suggesting the hospital, and where nobody listened to me. Everybody was on go. My sister was on go. You're real G. Chase was on go, and Marcus was on go. I think Marcus really wanted Chase to beat somebody up, but like, he really wasn't gonna go because he was hurt, but you know what I mean. But like me, I'm in the back, like I'm still my own go, but I'm just like, he bleeding everybody, like he bleeding all in his towel, nose messed up, like let's get him some help. So I would say probably like 15, 30 minutes after looking around the fountains, and then like circling like the block or two, he was like, Chase was like, let's go to the hospital. So I was like, thank God, like we're going to the hospital. So we go to the hospital and we go to ER. It took forever, but you know, if you've been to ER, you know, it takes forever. We get in there, the doctor, he put like some type of numbing cream across his nose, cause when they hit him with the face of the brick, like it kind of swelled up his face, and then it pushed his nose to the side, and then it kind of like opened up his nose a little, like a little bit. It's not a lot. I'm sorry I'm being so graphic, but it opened up his nose a little bit. So he put some type of numbing cream across his nose, the top, and he grabbed his fingers with some gloves, and he slowly started pushing his nose like back to the center. Like when I tell you, it was the most nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it was me and my sister in the emergency room with him, and like it was crazy. Like this is why this is like the best story ever, cause like I never forget this experience I had. So he in the you know, the little hospital bed, the nurse pulling his nose back into place, but he didn't pull it all the way into place because he was just like, he would have to have surgery for that. And like, little side note, y'all, his nose is still off to the side. Like this little part where you have like a little bridge up the top, it still kind of stick out to the left. It's crazy. Cause like, I haven't spoken to him in like maybe 6 years, but recently I just got a Facebook and he added me on Facebook, and I was like, wow, your nose still messed up. It was crazy because it just brought me back to that moment. But he kind of tried to fix his nose a little bit. I think he fixed the bottom, but he couldn't fix the top. But he told him for the top, we get to have surgery. So after that, we left the ER and we went home. You know, he's on antibiotics, he started to heal and all type of stuff. So this is where the story gets interesting. So I probably said like 3 weeks to a month later, me, my sister, Marcus, and Chase, we all went to the Walmart. And we call this the ghetto Walmart. If you're from Dallas, or North Dallas / Plano / Carrollton, you know what ghetto Walmart is. It's ghetto Walmart. So we go to ghetto Walmart to go shopping and buy some groceries. And guess who we run into, y'all? We run into Eric, y'all. Eric is at Walmart, like carefree, like ain't nobody looking for him, which makes sense. It's been a month, like 3 weeks to a month. Marcus post up, like he like, come on. Like he ready to fight. Cause like we ain't seen this dude. They been looking for dude been hiding this whole month. That's a long time to be hiding. Especially when you got a direct location. So they started posting up, y'all. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so embarrassed, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. They started like doing this, talking shit. The Walmart employees was like, oh my gosh, they're fighting. They was like, security, call security. And like the woman that was scanning, because we was in like the baby aisle, the woman that was scanning the baby food, she was like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? She was like, are they okay? And she's talking to me. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like I just came in here for some bread. And you know what I mean? And like I was like, oh my gosh. And like Chase was like, yeah, you know, fight on, get that dude. And my sister, cause she a G, she like, yeah. And me, I'm just like this. So they like Marcus ended up, you know, throwing a few punches. Eric threw a few punches back, and they kind of like semi-fight. Security started coming towards the back, and they break it up. Well, Eric take off running. Okay, cool. So we go back to shopping, and they was like, dang, that's crazy. I can't believe it just happened. And before we could finish shopping, they kicked us out, which makes sense because we were just fighting. So before security came, they stopped fighting, and then I guess they figured out who it was, and they kicked us out. So now we back, and it's how ironic. Chase was driving the white Crown Vic. I say white Crown Vic because y'all, I'm from Dallas, and I love Crown Vics. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's my guilty pleasure. When I see a nice Crown Vic, my heart just melts a little inside, just a little. So, and I love Chase's car. I loved it. It was loud. It was a Crown Vic. It was hood. I love it. We all been there. We like hood shit. That's my hood shit that I like. I like Crown Vics. You got a Crown Vic shop, you like this. So anyways, so we get in the white Crown Vic and we start going towards the house. Guess who we see walking alongside the road? It's Eric, y'all. Out of all people, I thought you ran for your life. Why are you still in the vicinity or where we could possibly be at? So Corey see Eric, he matches on the gas, he goes, skrrr, and we stop. And he said, get out and fight that. He's talking to Marcus, because at this time, Marcus, his nose is healed, he doing good. Marcus got the car, and guess what he do? He fights this dude in the middle of the street, y'all. I was like, what is going on? The most ghettoest, hoodish shit I've ever seen in my life, but I loved it. I loved it. It was an experience. It was like one of the moments where it's like, you know what? Life is happening now. So Marcus get out the Crown Vic, and he's like, hey, come on. And Marcus, I guess Eric was like, okay. I mean, you've been running for a month. You just ran from Walmart. Y'all kind of like y'all semi-box. You might as well just go ahead and fight, win or lose, and get this over with. Because at that point, that's all Marcus wanted. Marcus just wanted a one-on-one. And they just fought in the middle of the street. And Marcus ended up winning. And we got in the car, and we went home. And it was kind of like a victory. It's kind of like when you bet on a game and then you win. Like, everybody like, yeah. You know, everybody excited, happy. But that's basically what happened, y'all. And that is my story time. And like to this day, like I'll never forget that. Yeah, y'all, that is my story time. Like to this day, I still tell people that story. I told that story on Snapchat, and people thought it was like so funny, so entertaining. They was like, what? Like, I know. Like when I was younger, I don't know about y'all. I'm looking at my dog. I don't know about y'all, but when I was younger, I used to be into some things. I used to be into some people. I used to be into some situations. I used to be around some drama. Like, like, you know, I mean, just, you know, being young, black, and fun. I'm still young, black, and fun, but it ain't young, black, fun, the hood. But I used to be into some hood situations, and like, that's just like my favorite story to tell because it was just so crazy. Like, how do hit you in the face with a brick, move your nose to the side, go look for him, then go to the ER, then 3 weeks later to a month, you still doing Walmart, and then you beat up in the middle of the street. Like, then beat up in the middle of the street. Like, who goes through stuff like that? Like, to this day, I recently ran into Chase at Walmart, at the ghetto Walmart. How ironic. He and my sister, they're not together no more, but I recently ran into him at the ghetto Walmart. Me and Marcus still cool. We never dated. We just lived together and had a little situation. Had a little situation. But yeah, and then I don't know what Eric doing. Last time I know, I think he on baby number 2. And then my sister, she's just, you know, being young, black, and beautiful, and you know, just oh so beautiful. But other than that, y'all, that was my story time. Y'all comment down below if y'all ever had like a crazy experience with your roommates. I guess that's how you say, like, you ever been like in some shit with your roommates that had nothing to do with you, but you was involved? Comment down below, like, what was your favorite part of the story? And yeah, just make sure you come like and subscribe. And once again, like I said in the last video, thank y'all for getting us to 1,000. And I'll see y'all next